Gotta love life. Hello everyone, my name is Kaylin and welcome to my channel where we discuss, break down, and recommend movies and TV shows and occasionally other forms of media. So for this video, once again, because I ain't got time, we're freestyling about a certain movie topic that's been popping up lately, and I have nothing really new to say or anything. It's just like, well, so far right now, everyone's kind of going on about biopics, how there's too many biopics, why is there so many biopics, where did the biopic come from, why we continue on with biopics. I understand the frustration or maybe the annoyance of biopics because, like, biopic has always been the genre where if you are a well-established actor or actress or a well-established or maybe even new-coming director, producer, or anything, biopics is more or less kind of like the fast track to an Oscar nomination, at least, maybe even an Oscar win. Like, people are kind of smelling the trend a little bit here about, every award season, there's always at least one biopic with established actors and directors and all that, and everyone's like going off and crazy about how realistic does like this actor or actress portray this historical person. Right now there's Elvis. Blonde with Marilyn Monroe is coming out soon. So many biopics, and I'm kind of on the side of I don't care, because the Oscars is gonna do what the Oscars gonna do, and Hollywood is gonna do what Hollywood's gonna do, and Hollywood is going to do whatever it takes to make money. And biopics, they do make a decent amount of money. Like, sometimes they even become blockbusters. Like, my only grievance with biopics is that I don't like it how they constantly choose the same people over and over and over and over again, and they don't venture out into other people. Like, there's so many other like interesting historical people that they can totally give the spotlight on, but like I said, Hollywood is Hollywood, and they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do to make money, and usually they're going to stick with names that ring a bell, like Jackie Kennedy or the Kennedys, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, historical people that are relevant or a mainstay in pop culture. Like, of course they're going to. Like, of course they're not gonna pass up an opportunity to do another Queen Elizabeth 1 or 2, or do another Tudor adaptation, or do another Marie Antoinette, another Marilyn Monroe movie, anything associated with the Kennedys, Bush. And sometimes you do get the exceptions, like the movies Hidden Figures, where you have 3 historical people that you would have never known ever. Like, history books don't even tell you, even though they're very important. The freaking person about was it the Imitation Game or something like that? I don't know. I didn't watch the movie, honestly. There's so many other people that we can totally put, the spotlight on. So many people who actually deserve it and stuff. And I just wish they would take the chance and delve into other people. Give us more things like Hidden Figures. Like, when Hidden Figures came out, it was a smash hit. When The Imitation Game or something, the one with Benedict Cumberbatch, that movie, when that came out, it was a huge success. So it's just take a chance with other people. Don't just give me the same thing over and over again. And if you are gonna do the same thing over and over again, at least do something different. At least put some pizzazz on it. Another thing that I don't like about a lot of biopics is that the style of most of these biopics are very uniform. There's no real distinct style to them. They don't represent the person that they're focusing on, which is something that I don't like. It would be nice to see directors match editing, the set design, the cinematography, match it with the person or the group of people that they're focusing on. A great example of that is Frida, directed by Julie Taymor and starring Selma Hayek. That is one of my favorite biopics of all time. The movie Frida did exactly what I want a biopic to do. I want a biopic that doesn't just show you quasi facts about the person. Really go deep within the people that they're showcasing. Because like with Frida, everything reflects who Frida Kahlo was. Film reflects on how vibrant, how fiery, how headstrong, how like eccentric, and how like sensual, and how complicated Frida Kahlo was. And they showcase that through like cinematography and editing and, you know, certain parts, animation. Like they go more in depth by being kind of expressionistic and kind of like experimental, and they did an amazing job. Like everything, Selma Hayek, this is still her best role. This is still her best movie. Frida is like the perfect example of what I want a biopic to be. Go in depth about who this person is. Like, don't just show me plain and mundane and boring. I just want Hollywood and film directors to really think outside the box when it comes to biopics, instead of doing like the same thing over and over again. Like really like get experimental with it. Like don't just focus on the same person over and over again, and two, be more creative when making the film. Like don't just constantly just play it straight, like this very ultra realistic, not very interesting, no real distinct style anywhere type deal. Like just do more. Like just do more. But yeah, that's like the only thing with biopics is, you know, just that. It's more like a style thing more than anything. Hollywood's gonna be Hollywood no matter what you say or do. Like they high-key don't care. Like they know you're gonna be at the movie theater or watching the film because there's a recognizable person. And you know, like as a culture, we deify celebrity, famous people, all that stuff. So I mean, like if you do a good job, you do a good job. If you don't, I mean, 2 to 3 years from now, there's gonna be another movie about the same person. So the real thing that I wanted to get to, or the real thing I really want to talk about, is biopics that I want to see, and the dream team picked by me. This is what I would want. Like this is the things that I want to see. Like this is like choices that if I was like some Hollywood exec or Hollywood whatever, I want to make some money but also kind of do something creative. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I had my way, everything that I am suggesting would be pretty fire. Just say it'll be pretty fun. It'll be great. Why not listen to me? Or not. You don't have to. Whatever, bro. We're just here to party. So here we go. So the first biopic that I would like to see is a biopic about Sappho. Yes, Sappho. For anyone who don't know Sappho, if you don't, pick up a book. Pick up a book. Pick up a book. Read more, please. So Sappho was an ancient Greek poet from the island of Lesbos. The name of the island, it's connected, trust me. Sappho was known for her lyrical poetry, written to be sung while accompanied by music. Sappho was widely regarded as one of the greatest lyrical poets and was given names such as the 10th Muse. And a lot of her poetry was pretty much lost through time because of issues of, I believe, language barriers, because back then like there were so many like dialects and whatnot. It was kind of like hard, you know, have all the poetry like circulating and stuff like that. Her work has literally stood the test of times for thousands of years because it hits on thoughts, it hits on emotions that is universal no matter what time period that you are. Longing, love. And it's such a shame that so much of her work has literally been lost through time. But it's also pretty impressive. Like the things that we do have, it so touches your soul that even though we have fragments of her work, it's still like sensual, it's still like hits, and it just moves you so much. And it's just surprising that nobody has made at least attempted to make a biopic about her. There is very little information about her, but for like any writer, I feel like it would be a benefit to them because they can literally use their imagination to come up with something and, you know, figure out who was she or what was she like. Like there's so many things you can do with Sappho. But for me, what I would want if I was in charge of a Sappho biopic, I want sensual, I want poetic, I want lyrical visuals, I want to feel the longing, I want gorgeous draperies, sunlight, flowers, devastation. I want happiness. I want serene. I just, my God, it would be a banger. And the scenery of being on a beautiful island. Oh God, I want it so much. I want beautiful, ultra feminine, soft, serene, like a combination of Call Me By Your Name and Emma. Like, if we kind of like take the vibes of the two and kind of like mash them together, it would be perfect. Also, no plot. I don't want plots, I want vibes. I just want Sappho just walking around, like I said, in beautiful drapery, hair, beautifully, precisely messy, very unkempt, longing for someone, mostly woman, sad, melancholic, longing for this girl who is just absolute beauty and, I don't know, kindness and whatever flowery goodness, I don't know. And then it's just Sappho and the one that she loves, and they're just enjoying being in love with each other. Like, that's what I want. I guess you can kind of say like a slice of life of Sappho. I don't want no high drama. I don't want no generic like plot points that don't mean anything. I don't want none of that. No, I just want Sappho to just be chilling, making her poetry about some girl that she loves, drinking wine, maybe spouting out some philosophy type things. That's what I want. I don't want no plot, just vibes. That's it. So if I were to pick a director for a Sappho biopic, my choice would be Autumn D. Wilde, coming off of her movie like Emma. I think if Wilde did a Sappho biopic, I think she would absolutely kill it. She would kill it, girl. She would kill it. Because a while she directed a lot of Florence and the Machine's music videos, and the music videos are just perfect. It's like, honestly, like Florence and the Machine's music videos directed by Autumn D. Wilde, the best representation of what I would want for a Sappho movie. Wilde, I believe 100,000% that she can put all that into a Sappho movie, and it's needed. It has to be. It's perfect. It's perfect, bro. They actually do make a Sappho movie. They need to get her. They can't. There's no one else. I would not want nobody else. If I was a producer or an exec, I will not want nobody else. I will pay that woman however freaking money she wants. I will get her a summer house in Peru. I don't care. So Autumn D. Wilde as a director, Florence and the Machine, I want her to do the music for it. I want her to make the soundtrack. Boom. I don't have to say nothing. For casting, for Sappho herself, I think Victoria Padaretti, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Basically the girl from You, The Haunting of Blair Manor, and also The Haunting of Bly Manor 2. I think she would absolutely kill this role of Sappho. Like, girl knows how to play sad. Her face is so, not only is she so beautiful, but her face is so like expressive. So, like, she already has like that sad, longing, like deeply melancholic, deeply thoughtful eyes. And you can just tell, like, not only as a person, but also in her performance, that she feels a lot. All of her performances, like, she always brings such like vulnerability to all of her roles, like such like humanity. Gosh, she's such a great actress, man. Like, she's so like amazing. Like I said, like her face is so like expressive, especially her eyes. Like her eyes like carries like so much, and it will be perfect for Sappho. For like Victoria to like bring her like natural vulnerability, like her natural thoughtfulness, sad girlness. Like, she is perfect. Like, she'll actually kill this role. But you know, if Victoria's busy or something, or she's just like, nah, I'm good, then I cannot pronounce her name. I should have like looked it up, but Louis Caval. I'm just gonna put her name here. I cannot pronounce it. The voice actress from Moana. In real life, she's already bisexual, and Sappho is speculated to be bisexual herself. So, you know, put those together and you got that. Also, you know, like, she's a fantastic singer. Those two are like my best picks for Sappho. The object of desire for Sappho, Lily Reinhardt, would be perfect. She's cute, very pretty, she herself also kind of has like that vulnerability that will go great as being like an object of desire. The person that Sappho's longing for. That's for Sappho. That's what I would want if I had my pick of making a Sappho movie. Like a combination of like Emma, Call Me By Your Name, and The Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it will be fire. It will be so fire. Okay, so another pick for a biopic that I would want to see is a biopic about Ida B. Wells. So for anyone who doesn't know who Ida B. Wells is, she was an American investigative journalist, educator, and early leader in the civil rights movement. She was one of the founders of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. She revolutionized like Black journalism. She's a fantastic, great woman who did fantastic work in a dangerous time. Mind you, this is like the time where they were stringing up Black folk, especially in the South, and getting away with it. And she was one of the leading people to do investigative like journalism on that. Mind you, this is like right after the Civil War, Jim Crow in the South era, where it was literally fine to like literally run up in a Black community and run amok if you were a white person. Like, she was brave enough to go against that. Like, she was brave enough. Like, she could have gotten killed. I have no doubt in my mind there was probably like multiple attempts at her life, because she's a Black woman. She is a double minority, and she was still like, I'm still gonna stand up, I'm still gonna do my work, I'm still gonna try to do good for my people, even if I get seriously hurt. That is absolutely admirable. Like, there needs to be a biopic about her, like a biopic about her. And I want a biopic about her like focusing on her work, giving her the respect, the dignity, the class, the grace, like the intelligence and the flair and the beauty and the love that she deserves. Like I said before, I do not want a paint by numbers biopic. Like, I want effort into it. Okay, I want production value. I want my girl Ida B. Wells looking great. I want the costumes to be on point. I want her looking beautiful. I want her like strolling up, typing beautifully. I want amazing cinematography. I want all that. I just want it to be a beautiful movie, also a safe, beautiful movie about her. I think someone like, you know, if not Barry Jenkins, at least like maybe someone like Julie Dash. We need to bring back Julie Dash. Bring Julie Dash, bring her out of retirement, bring her out and do an Ida B. Wells film, and give that woman money. Give that woman money. And also, if I was casting for an Ida B. Wells movie, the person that kind of comes to mind right off the top of my head is someone like Kiki Lane, the girl who played the leading role in Beale Street Can Talk. Yeah, love that actress. Like, she is drop dead gorgeous. She is talented. I think if she was cast as Ida B. Wells, like, she would kill this role. I kind of want the film to be kind of not completely light, but mostly in kind of like visual style to something like The French Dispatch, because like The French Dispatch was it's also a movie about, you know, journalism and stuff like that, but like the way they kind of made journalism interesting and dynamic, get like, you know, like sucked into the world. Like, that's what I want for an Ida B. Wells movie. Like, show visually the importance of journalism. Even though me myself, I was kind of sort of in journalism, you know, in college, for like the college newspaper for like a tiny bit. Journalism wasn't really my thing because it was kind of, to me, it was very like restrictive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a dreamer and stuff, and journalism, you know, it doesn't really support a dreamer like me. Like, it kind of takes a lot of, I don't know what the word to call it, I don't know, a lot of grit, a lot of like, I don't know, a lot of restraint and all that stuff, a lot of discipline. All the things that I literally do not have. God bless journalists, because they get very important information out, especially during the time when Ida B. Wells was alive. Because like I said, like, this is Jim Crow era. Bad. Horrible. If you look at a white person the wrong way, like, you'll literally be dead by the next morning. Bad. But she still did her job anyway, knowing the risk. She deserves credit, and she deserves a high quality film to celebrate her contribution. Next, I would like to see a Vivien Leigh biopic. Cause like Vivien Leigh kind of gets left out, you know, when you talk about classic Hollywood cinema. I mean, like she's kind of like half and half. Like she's not completely on the level as someone as Marilyn Monroe or Audrey Hepburn, kind of like in that in between. And it's mostly because of her iconic role as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. Look, bro, I'm not gonna get into Gone with the Wind. Princess Weeks already did a fantastic video about Gone with the Wind and relating to Black people and all that stuff. Like, go watch her video about that. I'm not gonna get into it. It's complicated. I don't know what to say. But it is a staple in pop culture. Like, I think it's still probably one of the highest grossing film of all time, even still, like the likes of like Marvel. And I just want a Vivien Leigh biopic just focusing on her. Like, I don't want a biopic about, oh, there's Vivien Leigh, but also the production of Gone with the Wind, because the production of Gone with the Wind was hectic. Be Kind and Rewind made a great video about, you know, the casting, the production, and all that stuff. So go watch that to get all the deets about that. But it was a lot. It was a train wreck. Like, multiple actresses wanted to play Scarlett O'Hara because she was like one of the very few like complicated anti-heroines during that time, you know, who was like strong and powerful and strong-willed, but also like complicated, which was very like rare, because usually during that time, like women, it was either that they were femme fatales that brings the fall of man, or they were like, I don't know, like housewives or wives that literally like just cater to their husbands, quippy dialogue and stuff like that. But honestly, they don't really have a lot of agency. But with someone like Scarlett O'Hara, like, she does have agency. I'm not gonna lie, the character of Scarlett O'Hara, she is an interesting character. It's just a woman owns slaves. Like, this woman owns slaves. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, she owns slaves. I'm not gonna rock with a slave owner, man. I'm sorry. I'm not rocking with a slave owner, bro. And then stringing along some dude that genuinely loved her and also trying to ruin and wreck a marriage. Like, she's an interesting character. But like I don't want like Vivien Leigh to be overshadowed by Gone with the Wind. Like, I want a film just to focus on her, because her herself was a complicated person. Like, she had a whole bunch of like mental health issues, but also she was very ambitious. Like, when she had her mind on something, there was nothing you can say to her to dissuade her. Like, she was on it. She was very like passionate, very like volatile. And also, you know, there's a thing where, you know, she is a classically trained actress. You know, the new style of acting, like the Stanislavski or the method acting, was coming in. Like, I feel like there's something there too, like butting heads with like method acting with Marlon Brando and stuff. Like, I feel like there's something interesting there, and not only acting but also in like culture and how, you know, someone like Vivien Leigh like handles something like that. And, you know, she also had like very complicated relationships, you know, with her love interest, especially like her longtime husband, Laurence Olivier. F that dude. I don't rock with him. And eventually Vivien Leigh didn't rock with him anymore either. Basically, it would be a good shift from like the usual suspects when, you know, Hollywood decides to do like a classical Hollywood biopic. Like, it would be a good shift away from like the usual. Well, I did hear that they were going to do a Vivien Leigh biopic with Pablo Larraín as the director. I'm pretty sure he was the one who directed Jackie, and also the actress who plays Vivien Leigh, I wholeheartedly agree with all of my heart. If they're actually doing it, this is perfect casting. This is the most perfect casting ever. Like, for Vivien Leigh, Natalie Dormer, Queen Natalie Dormer. I don't want nobody else. I just want Natalie Dormer. Natalie Dormer would murder this role. She would eat with no crumbs. Do I literally have to say more? Like, the way she played Anne Boleyn in The Tudors, the way she played Marjorie Tyrell in Game of Thrones, even when she started in a movie that I completely forgot about. It's a very mediocre movie, but she was absolutely great in it. Do I need to say more about Natalie Dormer, man? Like, this woman is just, like, she is the GOAT. She just has such natural charisma. Like, she has like that natural like sensual energy. Like, she just exudes that. Like, she just exudes like mysterious and classy, sexy, man. This girl, she is fun. This girl is 10 on 10 on 10 on 10. Like, her charisma level is off the freaking chart. And it will be perfect for someone like Vivian Leigh. And also would be a great role for Natalie Dormer to like stretch her acting chops, because she kind of does get pigeonholed as a more femme fatale type character and whatever. And it would be kind of like great to see her go into like a role that's more complicated, more volatile, more larger than life, like really like stretch out, you know, into like something different. And I think playing like Vivian Leigh is absolutely perfect. Like it is perfect. Like it is perfect casting. Natalie Dormer even kind of looks like her a bit. It's just perfect. Like it is just perfect. I don't want nobody else. I don't want nobody to touch Vivian Leigh except for Natalie Dormer. I don't want nobody else. None. Pablo Larraín, also perfect. Did great in Jackie. Like he would also eat with no crumbs. So next person that I would like to see a biopic about is Rita Hayworth, another classical Hollywood actress that also kind of gets left out in today's pop culture, especially like I said, especially compared to someone like, you know, Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor and Audrey Hepburn. Like Rita Hayworth kind of gets slept on, which is absolutely crazy because this woman was unbelievably talented. Just go on YouTube and type in like Rita Hayworth dancing, out of this world. Like this woman was so unbelievably talented. Like this woman was talented, man. The way she danced, the way she acts, the way she carried herself on screen is just nothing short of magic. Like it was magical. She was one of the top glamour girls from like classic Hollywood. Her most known role was Gilda. She played a femme fatale, and it cemented her in film history as one of the best like on-screen femme fatales. And if not femme fatale characters, I guess like exotic, you know, women that, you know, men just fall over themselves for, especially like when she danced and when she sings and stuff like that. Like that's mostly what she was mostly known for, is like singing and dancing, because she was a great dancer. But behind the scenes and how she was brought up is absolutely devastatingly tragic. Like she has gone through so many like bad relationships, including like being married to like Orson Welles for like some years, and also being married to like a prince that also did not really work out that well. Also be married to some douchebag who was like abusive. She was like so very like unlucky in love, because all these men, like all they basically saw was her persona, like the Gilda persona, and they're kind of like expecting that from her. But like Rita herself, like she's far from the characters that she played. Like she herself said that, hey, like I'm nothing like the people that I play on screen. Like I'm very shy. Like I don't, you know, I'm just a regular person. Like I'm not this perfect sex siren that people want me to be. Like I'm not that, and I can't be that. And these men get disappointed when they find out that she's not. And it's heartbreaking because like she doesn't need to be Gilda. Like she's already a great person like on her own. She kind of like went through like horrible abuse, you know, from her father, and that stuck with her for like the rest of her life. It is so like tragic, but at the same time, like she was able to not exactly like overcome it, but you know, she was able to, I don't know, like channel her energy like into her work and like give so much of herself in these performances and like cement herself film history, like pop culture, like history. Like she was such a great person, but she was just trapped in this horrible systems, especially like the Hollywood like star making machine, where they basically like break every single woman that they sign on, and they did not care not one lick how it made the women feel. Like they did not care. Like she literally had to like give up all of herself for other people. Like she had to give up her identity. Like she had to like basically she has to like whitewash herself. But for the most part, she was Spanish. And it's so like trippy. Like they whitewashed her Spanish heritage until it's time to fetishize and sexualize it. Then it's like, oh, that's right, you are Spanish. Come here so we can like dress you up and fetishize you. Like fetishize you and fetishize like Spanish culture. Like make you like this super sexual like femme fatale and all that stuff. That's when we will acknowledge your heritage, when it's time to collect money and sexualize and fetishize. Like that's when we will acknowledge it. But on other days, Nah, girl, nah. Girl, you white. Like, you are Anglo-Saxon white until we say so. Like, that'll also be like a great thing to like point out, like how Hollywood forces certain people to like assimilate into mostly white American culture. And it would be like interesting to like talk about it, to like explore that. Who I want to play Rita Hayworth, I need to get better with pronouncing names. Playing Rita herself, I think Ivana Baquero. Like, the only thing I could tell you that she has been in, she was the main protagonist in Pan's Labyrinth. I think she was also I don't know, I didn't watch the show. Shannara or something like that. Yeah, she was in there. Yeah, I think she would do a great job, you know, in the role. Like, it would also be like a great like breakout role, because she's like very talented. I think they could, you know, like make her into like morph her into like Rita Hayworth. And yeah, I think she'll do like a great job. Or if not her, like maybe it's like some other like up and coming like actress who's like looking for a breakout role. Yeah, because it would be like a great meaty role for any like young woman to get their hands on. And for director, I think Julie Taymor needs to direct this movie. Like, I think she would do an amazing job. Like, what she did for Frida, like take the spirit, take the energy, and put this in the Rita Hayworth movie. Like, make it grand, make it tragic, make it triumphant, like make it just larger than life, but also make it grounded. Just make a beautiful masterpiece celebrating this woman, because she deserves it. After everything she has gone through, like, she deserves a resurgence. Like, she deserves to get back into the public eye. Someone else to like celebrate besides like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn, who, don't get me wrong, I love them both, but girl, it's kind of like there's so many like classic Hollywood actresses that we could totally focus on, and Rita Hayworth is one of them. Let's just like venture off into other people, not just Marilyn Monroe, even though she's great and amazing and also complicated. Like, there's like so many, so let's just venture out, do other, like I said, do other things, like do other people. Another person that I think would make an amazing biopic, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Yes, the woman, the queer black woman who made rock and roll. Yes, we need a movie about her, and just her, and only her. I can just completely see it, like a wonderful movie about her practicing and perfecting her craft, like a film about her as an artist being an artist, writing lyrics, like bouncing off ideas with other creatives, like show and celebrate the process of an artist. Like, she was a bona fide pro, and like, we need like more black films about black artists, and it's just focusing on their craft. And also like make a black biopic with like a black female protagonist that is safe. What I mean by safe, I don't mean like plain or like paint by numbers. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that I want a safe black-led female biopic, is that I want to walk into this movie and not get hit with scenes of unrelenting violence towards black women. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to walk into this movie watching Rosetta getting smacked around by someone. By boyfriend, none, or anybody. If I see someone's hand go up to smack a black woman, I'm leaving. I'm telling you this right now. Like, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not doing this no more. I want a safe, uplifting, fun biopic about an artist being an artist. Like who just happens to be black. Yes, it's fine to show all the time period, Jim Crow, because she was working during Jim Crow. Fine to like acknowledge that. Like, I want to see her perfect her craft. Like, I want to see her collaborate with other people, especially with another singer. Her name is, I believe, was Maria Knight, who was also a great artist in her own right. And Maria and Rosetta, like, not only were they artistic partners, they were also lovers. Love that for them. Love that. Coming together, having this wonderful, like, working, loving, artistic relationship with each other. Them loving the craft, them perfecting their craft, like them bouncing ideas off of each other. Something like the anime Carol and Tuesday. If you haven't seen the anime, go watch it. It's amazing. But basically, like Carol and Tuesday, they are like singers and performers who work so well together, go through the process of making a song. Like you see them like practicing, you see them like bouncing ideas off of each other, like you see them like go around like finding inspiration. That is what I want to see. I want to see the artistic process, you know, of a musician who just happened to be a Black queer woman. I could totally like see this movie doing and going beyond like what Hidden Figures did, like going beyond that. Like these women like coming together, like doing their thing, and it's like it's safe to watch. Like you're not bogged down, or you're not like pummeled to the ground with like gross mistreatment, gross abuse and assault. Like you're not like tensing up waiting for like a scene of where like someone like completely like hits a Black woman, or the scene of like SA. All of this like super traumatic things is like, yes, I know they happen, but for the love of God, can we please take a break? Can we please take a break? And then when we get done with our break, we can go back to regular programming. But can we please like take a break? Can we please just have like a movie where there's Black women doing their thing and they're safe, fun, great time? That's what I want. That's what I want a Sister Rosetta Tharpe movie to be. A safe, fun movie about an artist collaborating with another great artist, like them being in love, also being good to one another. Just amazing scenes of like Rosetta like tearing it up on her guitar. Everyone's loving it. Everyone's having a great time. Just a movie just celebrating celebrating like Black woman joy, celebrating like Black woman creativity. That's what I want. But yeah, I don't have a actress in mind. Yeah, I think like an uppercomer would do just fine. Okay, so this is me literally like after the fact, but I found the perfect choice for Rosetta Tharpe. Keke Palmer. Do I need to say more? Queen Keke Palmer. She is an amazing actress. She is a great singer. She has amazing screen presence. Her personality literally fits someone like Rosetta Tharpe, especially when you've seen like old videos of Rosetta Tharpe performing on stage, and you get a sense of like her aura, which is like jovial, charismatic, upbeat. It is absolutely perfect. We already know how charismatic Keke Palmer is, okay? Every time she does interviews, she is just absolutely dazzling. Like she has such like an amazing, fun-loving aura about her. We already knew. We already know Keke Palmer is literally the GOAT. She would absolutely kill it. Like Keke Palmer's personality and how she is so charismatic and how she is a joy to watch. Obviously, like she is gorgeous. Like she is gorgeous. She's amazing. She has always been amazing. She always has been amazing. I feel like a role like Rosetta Tharpe would be perfect for her, especially like coming off her rise in popularity and also like her rise into like the mainstream and not just like Black mainstream. A role like this, it would be an amazing vehicle for her to continue to show everyone how amazing and how like dazzling she is and how like multi-talented she is also. Like she would not need to get like a ghost singer. Like she can literally like sing everything herself because she's such an amazing singer. It's perfect. It is perfect. Like it is written in the stars. So Keke Palmer for the win for a young Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Yeah, but for director and writer, I'm Ashanti. I think that she will do great for this project. She is a girl who gets it, and you know, she will give Rosetta the respect and grace she deserves. But yeah, that is biopics that I personally would like to see, and the dream team picked by me. This was so much fun. I've been thinking about biopics, wanting to put my 2 cents on it, plead to whatever Hollywood exec or Hollywood producer, you know, if you're looking for someone to give you like biopic ideas, please come to me. I will give you an endless supply. And also if you have like a couple $1 million to like drop on your girl to like make these products happen, I can totally do that for you. I promise you. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you want more content like this, then please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification for more videos. I'm going to read a history book. See you later.